on third. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play, what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got some space here. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 33. 44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 8 yards out. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. going to give this one to Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, the last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll take this down to the 33.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Open man. Here is Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb. 33 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. Now Crosby for the point after. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Diggs going in motion right. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Allen. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Taken from about the 12. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On second down and 4, Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Jones again on second down. Room here to run. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 45 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. To the air, Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
164 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Allen, gotta have this one.
That's taken in by Knox.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. They find some open field, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, 84 yards. And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.